If you're a service-based business owner and you're wondering, how can I turn more of this in-person traffic into actual qualified leads for my business where we're literally not even asking, but it's magnetically attracting them and bringing them into your world so that we can keep nurturing them well into the future, we're going to be revealing a strategy that we do with our paid clients in Membership Launch Accelerator that's led to someone closing half of the room into their free Skool community with just one simple thing, and they didn't even ask. So if you want to be doing that for your audience, whether you're speaking on stages or whether you're going to networking events or simply just meeting people while you're out and about in the world, in the real world, then implement this strategy in the next 24 hours and expect to get more leads from in person joining your virtual thing. I've had an online business for like a decade and a half. And so online, I think the misconception is that you're just going to put your business out there and then automatically that's going to lead to traffic. And it's just couldn't be further from the truth in most circumstances. And so part of the thing that we hear a lot of the time with our clients is, how do we take what we're doing in person, whether that be speaking on stage or networking events or just meeting people even at a coffee shop or when they're out to lunch, how do we actually facilitate that conversation to transition it from just meeting someone new to actually a conversation around what it is that they do and how they can serve. And so part of this strategy we not only have done for ourselves, but we work to implement with all of our Membership Launch Accelerator clients, which for one of our clients specifically did a speaking engagement with, how many people were in that audience? Would you say 125 people roughly in the audience? And they were able to leave these flyers on their seats, and it led to like 60 people joining their community, which is really great. It was almost like half of the audience that was at that event joined their Skool, and it was just with this one simple thing. So I'm hoping that in the next really 5-10 minutes, we're able to give you a strategy that you can take, run with, and go and execute in as little as the next 24 hours to be getting more leads and traffic for your business. Okay, so the key thing with this is you don't just want to leave like a business card that just leads them to emailing you or sending you a text or something. The idea here is that you have a QR code on this flyer. So there's two different sizes you should really create. A business card size that's more just hand out to anybody and everybody, and more of a flyer that you could actually pin on like bulletin boards and things and actually connect with local businesses and see if you could leave them there. So the flyer is a bit larger, almost like the size of a sheet of paper. But the goal here is that on each one you have a QR code that when they scan that goes to the about page of your Skool community or maybe your VSL or your funnel or something. We're not just sending them to social media. We're not just asking them to email us. We're actually QR code into your funnel where you can nurture, add value, and potentially convert.
But the number one thing I really want to talk about too is, besides just like putting these flyers all over the place, really making connections with, especially if it's inside of a business, right? Like let's say if the owner's not there, maybe it's the barista, right, at the actual coffee shop itself, or maybe it's the manager of this facility that you're going to leave this flyer in. I would definitely recommend, becoming like a true local. And if you don't have obviously the means to become a true local, at least make a connection with that person. And then of course, do that ask, right? And then you could also provide value, or how it's going to provide value to their members. Maybe it's a coffee shop, maybe it's at a gym. But overall, you want to develop that connection with that business manager.
Awesome. So then what should be on the flyer is really a hook, a subheadline, and really just think about like, what's the value that this thing provides? It's kind of like an offer stack that would be a reason for them to want to join your thing. It's very simple, and then the QR code just delivers on that promise. It sends them exactly where they need to go. So what I'm going to do is leave a link below this video. I'm actually going to give you a template for this. You can literally just take ours, customize the copy, customize the branding, change out that QR code, and you can have one of your very own that you could print out in the next 24 hours at some place like Staples, and then just literally start passing it out. So anytime you should have them on you, whether it be in your bag, in your truck, and then just plan on passing them out ruthlessly, especially at your next networking event.
Yeah, I agree. It's almost like that evergreen ad that's always going, right? Without having to pay for it every month.
Yeah, so especially if you're doing something like a speaking engagement or you're going to a networking event, have these in your back pocket, lay them on all of the chairs so that all of the attendees actually get this and are guided to the next step in working with you. Because if you set up what's inside of your Skool correctly, which we talk about in a lot of other videos, as soon as someone joins it, your funnel system's going to trigger. They're now in your world where you can nurture, add value. That's the whole goal here, is we're getting people into your world, not just saying, follow me on Instagram, send me an email. Well, where does that actually lead? You're relying on the algorithm to show your stuff, where if you get them into something like a Skool community or wherever you want to send them, that's actually going to add real value to their lives.
And Jamie, you should show them exactly what it looks like inside.
Sounds good. I'm going to walk you through two different designs right now. I'm going to walk you through the flyer along with the business card that are two separate printouts that you should have handy when going to these in-person events, networking events, or posting these at a local shop, for example. And I'm going to give you templates to both of these below this video. So if you have a Canva account, all you have to do is file, make a copy, then you can actually adjust the copy, adjust the branding, and make these your own. So starting off here, you should have a type of logo. And really what we want to have is a hook here, some type of catchy statement that's going to make it clear what they can accomplish when they actually do the thing. Okay, so turn what you already do into a membership, earn recurring revenue, build community, scale your impact. We help business owners create like basically your we help or I help type of statement. And then I'm kind of calling them out, whether you're in person, online, or both. There's a way to make it work for your business. Join our free community to learn how, get inspired, and see examples. So there's a clear QR code here, and you can scan to join now. So how you actually get this QR code or make it, just really go over here on Canva to QR code. If you just double click this one, it'll bring it up. All you'll have to do is just change this URL and then press update code. That's it. And then boom, now it's suddenly going to be linked to wherever you want to send your people. So moving along here, if you scroll down, this is on the back side of this handout. So mine, I used two client really case studies that someone might relate to who finds this card in person. So what you'll get inside of our free community, real examples and templates, live trainings and how-to guides, a space to ask questions, free membership mastery session. Start here, it's free and can change how you run your business. So instead of me saying, here's my email, here's our company website, which by the way, what's that actually going to do for someone? It's giving them real life case studies, telling them who we are, what we do, how we can help them, and then a QR code that's going to lead them to like monthly masterclasses, our free trainings, templates, and resources and things like this that I'm covering right now that they can just get access to by being inside. So all in all, it's just a much better process in terms of a funnel of where I could actually be taking someone to add more value and nurture them long term versus just sending them to a dead email list. So here's how the actual printout looks. So once again, you could have your logo, a quick punchy one-liner, and then a CTA. Join our free community, trainings, examples, and support. And then the backside, once again, has a QR code. And then those two case studies really just summarized in a shorter scale, if you will. Now, if you're going to be leveraging this QR code or this flyer at an in-person event or even a virtual event, I'm going to give you a ninja hack that you should incorporate immediately. This will lead to like 50% of the people actually following through with your call to action. And what you're going to do specifically is present exactly what they're going to get when they join or when they actually enter and scan your QR code. So what are the benefits to them doing that? But when you do that, right afterwards, here's what you do. Hey, everyone here, pull out your phone for a minute. Okay, open up your camera, scan that QR code right in front of you, right here on the flyer or on the screen. Okay, cool. And now add your name, your email, and then press enter. So actually walk them through it step by step so that they actually do it and take action. Don't just hope that they know what to do in terms of a QR code. So literally walk them through the process of how to scan the QR code and actually join your thing. Ninja hack, but we had one of our clients do this when they were doing a virtual event, and half of the people who were on that call ended up moving forward with the CTA, which is pretty incredible metric. So give it a try.
So I want to go a little further on like where should you actually be putting these flyers, right? Like say it's in your local community, say you're in the fitness field, right? You're in the fitness business, and obviously the gyms would make sense. Smoothie shops, maybe it's Whole Foods, right? Look more on the healthy side of where your ideal clients, where are they when they're going out in their community? Where are they going? Not necessarily just spending all their time, but maybe it's just where they're going grocery shopping, right? Where do they get their gas? Where are your ideal clients hanging out? And I think for you, like, kind of like when you're watching this video, I want you to think about, well, where are my people hanging out? Like, where are they hanging out in my community? And that right there, come up with a list and then simply just go and make a nice drive and go visit. Maybe it's 5 different places in your community. And going back to what I said earlier, developing a relationship with these people that are working at these establishments. It doesn't always have to be the owner or the manager. It could just be the person at the front desk. I think it really does go a far way.
So if you want the exact link to the template that we've designed in Canva that has the hook, the subheadline, the QR code, and the offer stack, go ahead and click the link below this video and you'll be able to customize it and make it your own. We'll see you in the next video.
See you in there.